The world is bleeding with pain, pain of hate, of death, of arrogance, and of failure. But we know nothing new has happened, it's just that it's been captured on video.
Even I'm not immune to it. When I go to America, here and there, things happen.
But now that the wound is open, why don't we look at the weapon which creates it? And the truth is, this weapon lives inside all of us. The very first time I experienced colorism was after 9/11. There I was, a happy fourth grader in that little Michigan elementary school. Suddenly, overnight, by 9/12, because of my color, students started calling me an Afghani terrorist. Some of their parents even banned them from speaking to us. South Asians and other ethnicities became a target for crime all across the country. Now, a huge disclaimer, I am not drawing any kind of comparison here with the struggles of other immigrants of color. That would be completely unfair to do. But oftentimes, in order to truly empathize, a similar type of experience in our own life can help. That was the first time I was bullied just because of the color of my skin. Just 2 millimeters of my body. But it went in deep, and it totally opened my eyes to an illogical aspect of the human mind. In all cultures around the world, there's something called stereotypical classification. The theory of less effort principle suggests that human beings use stereotyping as a cognitive function to process information. It's a mental shortcut, and it's used in every aspect of life, from the job hiring process to personal relationships. And it's this process, fed with a variety of influences, which slowly snowballs into racism. Why is racism stubbornly living on even after 2 centuries of protest?
One must understand India's independence movement and then the civil rights movement in the United States. They fought in a different style because they were fighting against unjust laws. Now the laws have been fixed, but the injustice in human minds and hearts are not gone. This cannot be done by fighting on the street. This is a lot more difficult work, transforming human beings into more conscious and sensitive to all life. I'm cruel to the pigs, but I'm nice to the people is not going to work. Because once there is selective cruelty in your heart, one day you will call some human being a pig and do the same things to him. It's not far away. There must be sensitivity to all life.
Life is blooming all around us in so many different forms. But how do we move out of the judgments in the mind to be able to see its beauty? Since I was a child, I've always found that spending time outside, paying attention to trees, plants, and flowers helped me to be less judgmental of people.
I'm just trying to catch that moment when the sun is rising and the moon is setting at the same time.
Now, you don't have to become an outdoorsy person overnight, but at least a few minutes just walking around outside helps. I think this time with non-human forms of life opens up your mind and heart. And these doctors have actually coined terms like forest bathing and the science of awe, which is the feeling you get when you look up at the sky of being so small yet connected to everything. Well, it all sounds peachy, and we're all looking for solutions to break out of racism. While the protests are definitely putting the right kind of pressure on the government, in the process, we have to be careful not to create an even greater violence upon ourselves. Filling ourselves up with hatred, bitterness, and violence only causes more damage to our body and mind. Instead of that, I want to introduce you to a tool which has made a huge difference in my life.
Simplest form of yoga is to put your hands together in Namaskar. Namaskar brings harmony between 2 polarities within. Put your hands together in Namaskar and look upon someone or something with loving attention. In 3 to 5 minutes, you will begin to harmonize. Namaskar yourself into peace Namaskar yourself into love. Namaskar yourself into union. Let us put our hands together and unite the world. May you unfold your being with folded hands.
You can do this simple process of namaskar even while sitting home alone when thoughts of anger and discrimination come up. Or when you're in the receiving end of hatred, this simple hand posture is a way to transform that hatred, that negativity, into love, joy, and oneness. Before you go, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give the bell a ring too.